Last kinematic subject also I have given the same introduction about the mechanics or machines. So when we are analyzing any component on the earth, so we are going to divide into the two types. One are the static parts and another one is the kinetic components. So static components means which doesn't have any relative motion to each other. Only that will transfer the forces. Best example for the static components are structures. So structural elements are structural components. So whatever, because for example, bridges, buildings, even supporting devices of machines. Okay, so for example, chassis of the vehicle. So that will not transfer any motion. Only it will give the support to the all the components. Okay, that will transfer the forces. Means the when you are when the vehicle is on chassis, so you are sitting on some places, so entire that force will transfer to the chassis, then chassis will transfer on the wheel or suspension system, like that. For in case of building also I explained. So in building, so somewhere we have the pillars to or columns to support the bridge. So vehicle is in some part also, but that force will transfer to the column. Okay, like that. So in static components means structures which are have the which are doesn't have any relative motion to each other, which are used to support the forces or loads, okay, which will transfer the force within the components itself. Okay, that we are going to call as the static components. Examples are structures. Then kinetic components are the components which are have the relative motion to each other, which will transmit the motion as well as force within the components. Okay, that we are going to call as the kinetic components. Example, all the machine components are the kinetic components because that components have the relative motion to each other. Okay, so when come to the mechanics, means that is the analysis of that machine components, we are going to call it as the mechanics. Again, when we are consider the mechanics, we will divide into the three components. Okay, static, kinetic and dynamic. Means static analysis, kinetic analysis, dynamic analysis. Okay, so you can able to see here. You can able to see here, static analysis is object at rest or equilibrium condition. So just we are not consider any motion or any movement fluctuation of the loads. We won't consider. Just we are going to consider that the object is at rest condition, so our equilibrium condition. So there we are going to analyze the object, that we are going to call as the static analysis. Okay. Best example, you have studied the mechanics of materials. What you have studied in the mechanics of materials? Anyone? What you have studied?
Effect of forces on different bodies,
Yes,
slender bodies.
Yeah, different stresses of the different bodies. For example, okay, just I will come with the same stress concept. What is the stress actually? Define stress, for example. Define stress. What is the stress? Anyone? What is the stress?
load per unit area, sir.
Yeah, but that is not a stress. Actually, load per unit area we are going to consider that is the pressure. But equation is load divided by area. Correct? Load divided by area is the equation. Load per unit area is the pressure. But we are going to use the same equation for stress. Why? Stress is the intensity of resistance offered from the body due to the load. Okay, when you are applying the load on the component, for example, this is the component, you are applying the load on the component, so it will create some resistance. Okay, the intensity of resistance we are going to call it as the stress. Okay, so actually, you people as a mechanical engineers, you equilibrium condition, so the same reaction force will develop. That we are going to call as the resistance force. Okay, for example, you are applying the 10 Newton, same resistance 10 Newton will comes as a reaction force to maintain the equilibrium condition. To maintain the equilibrium condition, same 10 Newton will come. So resistance force is, what is the resistance force now? 10 Newton. Okay, so same 10 Newton you are applied, same 10 Newton reaction force you got, that we are going to call as the resistance force. So resistance force divided by area, so that we are going to call as the stress. Okay, when you are writing the equation, so resistance force is equal to applied force. You can't measure the resistance force, so we are assume the body is in the equilibrium condition, so whatever the force applied, that is equal to resistance force. So we are use that same force in the equation. Is it clear why we are going to get the force by area equation? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, so you may get the question, like you may in interview or anywhere you may get the question. So stress is for the equation for stress is load by area. Even pressure is also load by area. So what is the difference between the stress and pressure? Okay, pressure is load acting per unit area. But stress is not load acting per unit area. That is the intensity of resistance due to that load. Okay, both are in opposite. Pressure is applying, stress is reaction. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you have studied that stresses, bending moment, even you have studied the thick cylinder, thin cylinder. There, you are not considered any motion, right? You are not considered any motion, only you are considered the force. Is it clear? Is it right? Correct? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are considered only force. That we are going to call as the static analysis. That is the one of the part of mechanics. That's only mechanics of material. You have the subject. Okay. So next one is kinematics, simple description of motions only. Last semester you have studied velocity analysis, acceleration, even gears in the gears also, and in cams also, how the motion will take place. There we are not bothered any forces. Only we have considered the motion. Okay, so analysis of machine components by considering motion only, that we are going to call as the kinematics. Okay, and last one is dynamics. Dynamics is the description of motion and its causes. Okay, description of motion and its causes means when the force is transferred from one component to other component. For example, I used to take regularly I used to take the example of IC engine. When the piston move downwards, the crank will push the crankshaft, right? Connecting rod will push the crankshaft. That motion will causes the force on crankshaft, correct? Piston, when the piston is pushing the connecting rod, that will create the force on connecting rod. Same connecting rod will push the crankshaft, that will create the force on crankshaft, correct? Is it clear? Artha ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ?
Yes.
Okay, that whatever the motion that will cause the force, both we are going to analyze, both motion as well as forces. Is it clear? So now just very simple in static, we are going to analyze the machine components only in static condition by considering forces only. There is no motion. Here we are going to analyze the components by considering motion only. There is no forces. Here we are going to considering both motion as well as forces. Okay, na? This is the subject what we are going to study in this semester. Okay, and along with this dynamics, in your syllabus, there are added 2 modules of vibration. Okay, are you following what I am telling
Yes,
you?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Along with this syllabus, dynamics syllabus, there are kept 3 modules of dynamics, remaining 2 modules of vibrations. Actually, in previous schemes, there will be the dynamic subject is separate and mechanical vibration is subject is separate. But now they are combined here. So that what is the vibration? Just I am going to give the brief introduction why we need to study. I hope you are able to see this bridge. Okay,
Yes,
just
sir.
it is the animation of the bridge, which is the Saint Petersburg Bridge. Actually, I took 2 examples. So Angers Bridge is also called as the base chain bridge. Okay, it is a hanging bridge. Okay, it is collapsed in the year of 1850. Okay, only due to march past of 200 soldiers on that bridge. Okay, when the French soldiers doing the march past, when they are crossing the bridge, they used to do the they has to do the march past. When they are doing the march past, it creates the vibration. So due to that vibration, the bridge get collapsed. Okay, so that is the failure causes due to the vibration. Okay, so what is this vibration? Okay. If body is in the stationary condition, if you are made any disturbance to that body, it will that position of the body will get shift from that mean position. Okay, again when it is coming back to its initial position, means that mean position, due to that force or due to the mass of the body, okay, they may not stop there only. Okay, they may not stop there only, that will cross that mean position again. Okay, best example I am going to give a simple pendulum. Have you observed simple pendulum?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
when it is in mean position, if you are disturbed that one, it won't come to mean position easily. Okay, it will take the opposite motion in opposite direction also, right? So if you are made this, actually see here in bridge only, one side it get disturbed. When it is coming back, it is moving down also, means opposite direction also. So this motion from the to and fro motion from that mean position of the any component, that we are going to call as the vibration. Okay, there will be the lot of concept is there on vibration. As a mechanical engineer, at least you should know some basic concept of the vibration. Okay, so we are going to study that concept also in the this subject only. Okay, just for giving that introduction, I took this one. Okay, when we'll come to the syllabus, I will explain clearly what is the reason of the vibration, what is the advantage, what is the disadvantage. Some of the advantage of vibration is there. Sleeves. Okay, so you are done sand test in your sleeve test in your foundry lab. Have you done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There to check the size of the sand particles, right? So there what you have done? You have created vibration, right? Correct, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
These type of advantages also there for vibration. Similar way, that is very how that will affect very badly on the life of machine components. Even you can see in your vehicle anywhere, so it causes the vibration, means it will causes the failure of the components. So that will clearly in depth we can study in the subject. Okay, so these two parts you have in your syllabus. Okay, so now in this is your syllabus. In first module you have the static force analysis, so that includes static equilibrium, analysis of four bar mechanism, slider crank mechanism, shape. Means in first step we are going to analyze the force with static, means there is no motion, so according to that we are going to analyze the forces. Again, for the same concept, for the same component, means you know that four bar mechanism, slider crank mechanism, for the same mechanisms, you are going to study the dynamic force analysis. Here we are not considered any motion. Here we are going to consider both force and motion. Okay, so we have the D'Alembert's principles to analyze the forces with dynamic, okay, of the four bar mechanism, same slider crank mechanism and shaper mechanism. For the same mechanisms we are going to analyze in the dynamic concept. Okay, next, second module. Second module, it consists of balancing of rotating mass, balancing of reciprocating mass. What is this balancing of rotating mass? Okay, so for some rotating components will be there, no? Okay, so due to some reason, some weight, due to imbalance of weight. Okay, so what will cause us? It causes the vibration. It may not rotate uniformly. So we need to create another force to balance that force. Okay, that we are going to call as the balancing of rotating forces. Okay, so here we have the static and dynamic balancing. Okay, again balancing of single rotating mass by balancing mass in the same plane and different planes. Okay, balancing of several rotating masses by balancing masses in the same plane and different plane. Means, for example, you consider one shaft. For example, you consider the shaft. Okay, so some force, you have some force here. Are you able to see this line? Okay, so if it is force is there, very small force, it will disturb the rotation of this shaft. I need to balance this load. Okay, because you are using that load for some application, you cannot remove that load. So what you can do, I can apply some opposite force to balance here only, or in another. This is the, if you are applied this balancing force, this is we are going to call as balancing of single rotating mass by in the same plane. If it is different plane, means the force is here, your balancing force is here. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is the concept. Okay, just this is our disturbing force. If you are made the balancing in the same plane, that is the same plane concept. If you are made the balance here, it is the different plane concept. Okay, now it is only one force. If you have another force here only, so means, for example, one it is in 90 degree, one is in 60, or one is in 120, like that. If you are made the balancing here only, that is the same plane. If you are made the balancing in another plane, that is in the different plane. This we are going to analyze using graphical method. Is it clear? We are going to do in the graphical method, and very easy. Here I have forgotten. Here also static balancing also we are going to do in the graphical method only. Okay, here force analysis. So both are in the graphical method only. It is very easy concept. Okay, easily you can understand the concept. Okay, so again, reciprocating forces here also, the effect of crank and connecting rod, single cylinder engine, balancing of multi-cylinder engine, okay, maybe primary and secondary forces, V-type engine, radial engine. See, when the engine is working, so due to that reciprocating motion, it will causes the disturbance. Okay, to avoid that, to make that balancing. Okay, there we are going to use the balancing of reciprocating forces, masses. Okay, next, third module, you have the governors. What is the governor? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea about governors? See, I've heard in the news about the speed governors for commercial vehicles or speed governors for buses.
Yes, sir.
I remembered that in this one also, in case of buses also, they are made the 60-kilometer limit, speed limit, correct? Even the commercial
Yes,
vehicles
sir.
also 80 kilometers or 70 kilometers, they restricted the speed. Okay, how we can achieve? There we are going to use the speed governors. So it is very simple concept. Okay, so just I will show here. This is one shaft you may have. Okay, we are going to use some suspended load from that center point. Okay, so here we are going to put the mass. Here also we are going to put the mass. Okay, so when you start to rotate, what is the position of this mass? It will move to here, right? Correct? This mass will lift. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Because when you are in, what is the reason of that one? How it will get lift from one point to point two? What is the reason it will move here when it is rotating? When you are going to give the rotation? People are there.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the reason when we are going to rotate this shaft? Okay, just I will give the rotation to this shaft. So now it is from, for example, it is around 45 degree. When you are going to increase the speed of the shaft, so it will move to here. What is the reason? Just you can try. You take one thread and you take some mass, small mass. Okay, you tie on that mass. Just you use your hand and you rotate. So initially the mass will in the downward because due to the that weight, so it is in the bottom. When you are going to give the motion to that one, what will happen? It will come to the horizontal position. Correct?
Yes, sir.
At least have you got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the reason of that for that one?
So centripetal and centrifugal forces.
Centrifugal force. Due to that centrifugal force, the mass because of this mass this mass will generate the force that will move towards outside. Okay, now, so when it is moving, when it is lift, okay, this lift may, by using this concept, when it is moving upward, we make the thing like, okay, so it may lock something, correct? We make that mechanism, right? When it is moving upward due to centrifugal force, so it may lock, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This force, whatever the movement is there, that is depends on speed, correct? You have the low speed, it won't move horizontal position, correct? that is depends on speed, that will get lifted. That is the centrifugal force is depends on both mass as well as speed. Correct? Both mass and speed. When you have the more mass, so you should give more speed. So we are going to design like when it is reaches to that particular speed, it should lock. Means it should reach this position and it should lock here. Have you got the idea? At least concept. How the governor will work, we will discuss in the subject. Have you got the idea why we are going to use the governor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We are going to fix the mass like according to that when it is reaches that particular, for example 60 km per hour, 60 km per hour speed, it should lock means when the shaft rotates for that particular speed. Okay, so it should reach here and it should move upward, it should lock the fuel supply. Okay, it can't run again, it can't increase, you can't increase the speed, that is the maximum speed. Okay, that is the use of governors. There also we have the Porter governor and Hartnell governors. So there the parameters, this parameter is controlling force, stability, sensitiveness, okay, effort, power. These are the parameter will affect on the governor motion. So we are going to study of that one. Okay, next is gyroscope. When you're driving the vehicle, okay, so for example you are going to turn the vehicle towards left. What is the position of your body?
You're right.
Towards right.
You are going to move towards right to avoid the failure, right? Avoid the slip, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, that is because that centrifugal force, it act to outward. Okay, you can able to just see this line, that line I am drawing. Have the curve, road curve like this. Okay, you are moving in this direction. Okay, when you are going to move towards left, so centrifugal force will act outward. So what you will do? You will bend, so you can see the race, two-wheeler race or anything. So what will happen? This will bend. The vehicle will turn bend towards left because to avoid the centrifugal force. That is one thing. And you may observe this is the road, flat road. Okay, but when you are seeing the turns, there will be some angular inclination towards inward. Andre inside ge downward irutte. So like that. Okay, it is the inside. This is the curve, road curve. Okay, this is the road curve. Towards inside there will be small angular variation. Means if it is same flat, so the acting of centrifugal force is very easy. So to reduce that force, to avoid vehicle move outward of that one. Okay, see any vehicle, when you are going to observe, if you have some high speed vehicle will get collapse or failure, so it will fall here when it is rotating towards left. So the vehicle is not able to rotate left, so it will fall in the right side when it is having the curve towards left. Okay, because centrifugal force is acting outward side. Okay, so in case of road we can avoid all those things, but what about the planes or what about the ships? Okay, so how we are going to analyze this effect? That effect we are going to call it as the gyroscope effect. Okay, na? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that we are going to study on. Okay, so very simple concept. See here also the gyroscope effect, how it will act on the two-wheelers. I told you, no, two-wheeler we are going to bend. In four-wheelers, drive always when the vehicle, the driver when rotating the steering, you can see the heavy load vehicles, when your driver is turning the vehicle towards left, he will bend towards right because of centrifugal force. Okay, like that. So again, ship, planes, aeroplanes. So how the gyroscopic effect will takes place, we are going to study in the third module. Again, from fourth module, there will be the vibration concept. Okay, there will be the concept, basic element of vibration system. Okay, types of free vibration. There will be the free vibration and forced vibration. Okay, again, D'Alembert's principle, energy method to analyze the vibration. Okay, how we are going to find out the natural frequency. You may have the idea. You may heard that word, natural frequency. Okay, of the single degree freedom, effect of spring mass system, again damped free vibration. Okay, underdamped overdamped. Okay, we are going to use the dampers to reduce the vibration. Okay, so that vibration we are going to call it as the damped vibration. Okay, dampers means some rubbers or springs or fluids we are going to use to reduce the vibration or reduce the shocks. Okay, na? In fifth module, that is forced vibration. Okay. Here also forced free vibration means once you are disturbed the body, so that body will have the relative motion to from its mean position. You won't give the any forces. But in case of forced vibration, so continuously, repeatedly, it will undergo the force, okay, even when it is vibrating. Okay, na? So that we are going to study in this fifth module. Is it clear? This is the syllabus of your dynamics of machines. Is it clear? Is it clear? Our people are there?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, so when we know that program outcomes and course outcomes, the program outcomes is common for all the graduation. Okay, but course outcome means it is depends on the subject. Okay, it is depends on the subject. Okay, so particular subject means course. For particular course, what you are going to learn from that subject. Okay, so from this course means from this subject, first CO I wrote, gain the knowledge on static dynamic equilibrium condition of mechanisms subjected to force, couple, with and without friction. Means the first module, what you are going to study, this comes under the first CO. In this first CO, you are going to get the knowledge on static and dynamic equilibrium condition, means analysis of the static force and dynamic force. Okay. Next, in second CO, analyze the balancing of rotating and reciprocating masses, governors and gyroscope. Okay. So in this, you are going to get this knowledge of balancing, governors and gyroscope in the second CO. In third CO, to gain the knowledge of vibrational characteristics of free and forced vibration. What about the vibration characteristics are there? Energy methods, damped vibration, underdamped, overdamped, all the vibration parameter about free and forced vibration, you are going to get the knowledge. Is it clear? Okay. So now only I'm telling you in this subject. So most of the things we are going to analyze the parameters using graphical method. First and second module, we are going to use the graphical method. Third module, that is you are going to study about the governors. So that you are going to get the types of governors. Again, you are going to calculate the parameters, sensitivity, effort, force, and all the things. Okay. Again, gyroscope also. In fourth module and fifth module, you are going to study on the vibration and that basic parameters of the vibration. Okay, so in both free and forced vibration, you are going to study only basic concept. Okay, basic concept of that vibration. So these are the textbooks. You can take the textbook of Theory of Machines, Kinematics and Dynamics by Sadhu Singh. Okay, and Mechanical Vibration by S.S. Rao. This is suitable for first 3 modules and this is suitable for last 2 modules, vibration parameter. Okay, these are the reference books, Theory of Machines. So even it is very good book, Theory of Machines by S.S. Ratan. Again, Mechanisms and Machines, Kinematic Dynamic Synthesis. Okay, so by Michael M. Stanisic. Again, one more book, a reference book for vibration parameter is Theory of Vibration with Application. So William T. Thomas. Okay, these are the books you can refer. Is there any doubts?
Sir?
Okay, this
Hello,
is
sir.
yeah.
Sir, at the start, you had given the definition of vibration. It is very similar to the one I heard about oscillations.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me the difference between oscillation and vibration?
See. Due to that oscillation only, the vibration will develop. That oscillation concept we are going to call it as the vibration. There is no difference. Okay. General word we are going to call it as the oscillation. Okay. Technical term, that is the vibration. Oscillation means, oscillation may be any direction, but in vibration case, just for example, in vibration case, for example, this is the pendulum. Okay, this is the pendulum mass. It is the point. Okay, so when you are going to move this pendulum to this position, so it will when it is coming back to this position, it will reach to here also, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so again it won't easily come to this mean position. I will consider this as the position A, mean position. It won't easily reach us to the mean position. Again it will move here. Okay, again it will move to this position. Again it is moving like this. After certain time it will reach us to this position. This concept we are going to call it as the vibration. But the thing is, in oscillation, maybe in any direction you can give that one. Okay, so when oscillation means from one position to you disturb that one, that we are going to call it as the oscillation. But vibration, it will have the relative motion to it is have the repetitive motion. But almost all both are similar. Is it clear? Almost all both are similar. See, for example, when you are traveling in the bus, okay, when it reaches to some certain speed, glass will start to oscillate. Means that we are going to call it as a vibration. The glass from the glass mean position to other positions, it will start to vibrate. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that concept we are going to call as vibration. Is there any doubt?
Yes.
All of you type your US number. Okay, I will take the attendance. This class I will do like that only. From next class onwards, we will have the MCQ question. Okay, so we'll have the MCQ question. There I will take the attendance. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Go and prepare for next class. Go and attend. Type your all of you type your US numbers in chat box. Okay, so then you can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.